Hi everyone, it's great to see you. In this video, I want to explore two different modes of mind, the being mode and the doing mode. The symbol of yin and yang represents this being mode and doing mode. It has a little dot that represents the other within that element. So the yin can come into the yang and the yang can come into the yin. In the same way that we can balance being and doing modes. We are called human beings. The human part is the form. It's the doing part. The being is who you are at your essence. You're the consciousness or pure consciousness. So you're both all the time. The form that consciousness takes will do and think and act in the world. Let's explore these two different modes of mind. Doing mode is our analytical and logical mode of mind. It's used for analyzing situations, making judgments, setting and achieving our goals. It's effective for solving problems and accomplishing concrete tasks, helping us move from A to B. On the other hand, being mode is simply about paying non-judgmental attention to our experiences in the present moment. It involves not labeling our internal experiences, our thoughts, emotions, body sensations as good or bad, and not trying to fix or solve anything. It's about allowing things to be as they are and just being present and aware without the need to do or achieve anything. Being mode is typically the state of mind when we're relaxed, listening to music, reading a novel, enjoying a cup of coffee on a lazy Saturday morning, perhaps taking a bath or doing yoga or meditation, or even doing an activity during the day mindfully, such as maybe washing the dishes mindfully or brushing our teeth mindfully. Most human beings today are not balanced between doing and being. We've gone into doing mode to the extreme, and the connection with our being is tenuous. What we focus on here in this YouTube channel is the being mode. Most human beings are so lost in thinking and in doing, they become frustrated and unhappy because they eventually realize the futility of all this. A sense of unsatisfactoriness surfaces and a longing for the being mode arises. This is why people listen to talks such as this or go to meditation groups. Many of us are constantly caught up in the cycle of doing and becoming, always striving for the next thing and rushing towards some future destination. Can we just instead exist in the present moment? No matter where we are or what we might be achieving, can we just simply be in our own being, our own essence, rather than ignoring our essence and being preoccupied with doing? Can we just be in the present moment, rather than wanting a better state in the future? Can we have some equanimity and contentment with simply being with the way things are in this moment? And then, of course, we can act into the next moment to shift the way things are, but it'll be from this place of balance and wisdom. Many people believe they'll reach a preferable state of being through doing the right things. They think if they could just get their actions and accomplishments just right, that they'll arrive at a state of happiness and a feeling of well-being. This mindset's even prevalent among spiritual seekers, asking the question, what do I need to do to get to enlightenment, to get there? But if you think about it, it's quite a ridiculous question. What you have to do is to just be. And it's challenging for us humans to break free from this mindset that we have to constantly do in order to be happy. You may hear this wisdom for years or even decades, but it may not truly sink in till you're forced to listen in some way. You might encounter a severe illness or a kind of any setback that can slow down your ability to achieve things. And in those moments, when you're forced to just be, you may start to taste the essence of being. This is what happened in my life. I was faced with a severe condition. I had multiple concussions, and I couldn't do what I was used to doing before. I couldn't achieve what I was achieving before. I was just left with, well, the only thing I could do was meditate or do gentle movements. I couldn't read or watch TV. I was forced into tasting the essence of my being. And in that taste, I really discovered true joy and happiness uncaused by what I thought I needed to achieve or do. At other times, we may stumble upon being mode unexpectedly. Perhaps a death in the family, a death of someone close to you, may force you to confront the impermanence of life. It really introducing us to our own mortality. When we're faced with the inevitability of death, there's no more doing. There's nothing to accomplish. It can be a profound moment to reflect on what being truly means, to understand what it is to simply be, rather than constantly striving to do. So start slowly experimenting with allowing your awareness to become your default mode, your go-to mode, instead of this doing or anxiety-filled mode. Keep reminding yourself to exercise this mindfulness muscle. And in maybe 30 or 40 years, you may see that being mode can be your default mode. And this can be the hardest thing for human beings to do, to even stick together 2 or 3 moments of present wakefulness. And you may wonder if it's so hard, why bother? It's because the alternative is worse. We are capable of cultivating this state, this being mode. And I've found it in many people that I've taught to meditate. And formal meditation practice can really be helpful in this. It's really a radical act of love, where we shift from a doing mode to simply being. It has a tremendous potential to transform our health, our well-being, rewire our brains, change how our relationships are, and it may help us to awaken to our true nature. The assumption that we always must do something is based on a narrow perspective. What if we considered the option of doing neither A nor B? For instance, when we wake up in the morning, we probably have a lot of plans. But what if we could approach these plans in a new way? Instead of feeling compelled or obligated, we could just approach these tasks with a sense of ease and flow, simply allowing them to happen without a compulsion. We could shift our focus from what we think we have to do to what we really feel we want to do next. And then what do we want to do after that and after that? By letting go of the notion of having to do something, except for maybe necessary tasks like taxes or brushing our teeth, we can free ourselves from unnecessary self-imposed pressure. We can observe how this shift in mindset affects our behavior in different ways. And over time, we may notice positive changes and a sense of ease in our approach to life. So instead of constantly feeling like we have to do something, we can embrace the understanding that life can happen naturally without unnecessary stress or obligation. So we can allow ourselves to experiment and observe and letting life unfold and not getting caught up in a mistaken narrative about how much we have to do. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be warned about future videos that come out. Thank you, and see you soon.